Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to teach you how to do interactive particles. So by that I'm going to have particles that will interact with another node. So as you can see, I've got a scene here. This is from like a node game I was working on. And as you run past, it interacts with the fire. So we're going to basically make the same, just this object here, and we're going to allow another object to interact with it. It's quite a long tutorial, so bear with me. It's the longest one I've ever done, so I might make mistakes, but I'll try my best not to. So what I'm going to do is close this. Actually, I'm going to, yes, I need to take torch, show file manager. Let me move it over to here so I've got it in this project. There, I can close this down. So what I want you to do first is make a 2D node, make it at the main, and then save it. We're going to go to project settings, then we're going to go down to window under display. We're going to change these values. We're going to make it a bit more zoomed in so you can see it, because if it's too far out it's really hard to see it. So we're going to go 6 by 360. Then we're going to go to mode. We're going to change that to 2D port. Then we're going to go to test, and then we're going to change this to 1280 by 720. Close that. So I'm going to make the player first. This is going to be like a really rudimentary, really quick kind of player. So we're just going to put him in. That here will do. Name him player. We're going to make him a bit smaller because he's a bit big, isn't he? And then say that's fine. Let's just put some code into the player. Oops. Attach script player create. Great. We'll do the values first. So we're going to say var speed equals 0. So that's our current speed. Var max speed equals 2. Then we're gonna need this. So I'm going to say if input.is action pressed UI right. The reason it's is action pressed instead of is action just pressed is that we want to make sure the key is constantly pressed down. And then we're going to say speed equals max speed. I'm going to copy this. And we're going to say minus max speed, and this is going to be left. In fact, this is an elfis, so elfis. And then we're going to say, so what would happen now is if we press left or right, it would change our speed, but it wouldn't return to 0 if we let go of the keyboard. So we're going to say else speed equals 0. So it means if we're not pressing the key, then our speed is 0. Position.x plus equals our speed. So this will actually apply the movement to the sprite. We're going to save this. We're going to make sure that it is actually working. There it is. That's great. So now we're going to make we're going to make a new scene, 2D node. We're going to call this standing torch. We're going to add some particles. Make sure it's particles 2D, not CPU particles. So particles 2D instead of CPU. Particles 2D will be on your GPU, which is just like a shader, so it's much quicker. Whereas the CPU runs on your CPU, which is a bit slow, but you've got more control over it. And we're going to save this just right now, standing torch. We're going to add some particles. So I need my reference for this one because it's quite a lot. Let's change this to 500. We're going to go down to process material, make sure it's particles material, click that. We go to our mission shape, go to this. In fact, to make it a little bit more easy to understand what's going on, we also need to do the standing torch, so drag that in. Oh, you can see it's blurred, so the reason it's blurred is because we've got to go to the import up here, go to your presets and go to 2D pixels, so choose it as pixel art, and then re-import, and you can see it's more sharper. So let's just put that here. I'm just roughly doing this. And then I want to move my particle system up. And you can see it is actually behind the torch if you right here, the torch is in front. So I like to have my art at the top. So what I'm going to do is go down to the Z index, make this -1, and then you can see it's behind the torch again. So we're going to go to gravity, we're going to make this -40. That's a little bit too big, isn't it? There we go. Then I'm going to go down to my colour. I'm going to make a gradient. I'm going to use 3 colours. I use this. You don't have to, you can do it any way you want. The code will handle the rest for us. And then, so yeah, we've got like a little bit of a fire colour. Just one more change. I don't want to be on this too quick. I want to get to the code. I want to get the scale, and I like to do the curve. And then we're going to go down, but not so drastically. Yeah, about that. That looks better, I think. Cool. Save that again. I like to save constantly in case I lose power. Okay, now we're going to go on to this is where it differs. I normally put my scripts at the top node, but on this one I'm going to put on particles, and the reason I'm going to do that is you can then attach the particles to different objects rather than having the sprite being holding the code. So attach a script. We're going to call this fire parts for particles. Create this, and then we're going to go get my script so I can see what's going on. Okay, so we're going to say var_vol equals 0.1. Export var_vol max equals 0.5. This is how far they'll draft. On ready var player, so we're going to get our player. Node root player, and then we're going to say var r size equals 20. So what R stands for is for rectangle. We're basically putting a rectangle around the flame, and we're going to say, hey, is the player within inside this rectangle? Yes. Then how fast is he moving? And then apply that to the particles. So I'm going to leave this here, and I'm going to say, this is a bit of a long line, so bear with me. So it's if player.global position, make sure it is global, is greater than global position of this particle system minus the rectangle size, and then I want to say and player.global position.x is less than global position.x plus r size. It's a really horrible long line. There we go. So I'm going to say if player.speed is greater than 1, we're going to say vol equals vol max minus vol max. So we're going to go to the, so if we're going to the right, we're going to make this go to the right, and then we're going to apply it to the actual material, which is the shader, sorry, the particles. Oh, I keep doing that. Offset all vol. I'm going to copy this because we use it a few times more. I'm going to say else if the player is actually going to the left. Next one, and actually no, and player.speed minus equals 0. And I need to do that again. Equals max, and then I'm going to do that. So this now, when I move, oh no, not found. Let me save that. Let me put that into the scene. and then let's play it. And as you can see, it interacts, but at the moment it's not returning back to its original value. So we're going to handle that next. So to do that, we're going to go back down to here, and we're going to constantly tell it to slowly return to its normal value at all times. So you can apply a force to it, but once the force is gone, it will then come back. So to do that, we're going to go vol equals ler, which is like interpolating a value from smoothly over time. So we're going to say vol to, and then this is like the speed it will return back, and then we're going to apply it again. Save that, press play. Why is it not returned? Big mistake there. Make sure that it's down here, because this you want it to be applied all time, regardless if the player is close to it or not. Sorry, let's try again. Yeah, I did say I would make mistakes. I'm still making them. Okay. So I'm saying, hey, material set. Oh, yeah. See, really silly mistakes there, and then this should resolve it. There we go. Sorry about that. So there, that really concludes the tutorial. I'll tell you what the issues that you might have. I'll show you. So at the moment, if you put him up here, as you can see, and obviously you can do that as well, but really want to put acceleration onto play, so you can't do that movement, or you could add better dampening in. So to get around this is what I would recommend as a challenge for you, is basically study this line. I know it's a horrible line, and then basically instead of using X, use Y, and then try and work it out. I hope that can help you out. I'm sorry for the many mistakes and a very long video. It's my longest tutorial, but I enjoyed that. Yeah, if you've got any questions you would like me to maybe carry this one on, or I can show you how to change values inside shaders from GD code, just give me a shout. Thank you very much. Bye bye.